Hey, my name's Rolf, and I'm really excited to talk to you today because you see, I had an ostomy journey of my own. It started when I was in my second season with the San Diego Chargers as their place kicker. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, played sick that whole season, got sicker and sicker, but let's face it, I'm a kicker. I'm really not a football player. The guys I'm playing with are, in this brutal game where they're getting concussed and tearing shoulders and knees, and for all intents and purposes, I had a bad diarrhea, stomachache, bloody diarrhea. I got sicker and sicker though as the season went along and finished the end of the season, the last month, being fed only through what's called TPN, total parenteral nutrition, through an IV in my neck, couldn't eat any food. That off season, I tried every traditional medicine and every non-traditional, from acupuncture to biofeedback, convinced myself I was getting better, and started my third season. Now we're preseason picks to go deep in the playoffs. I'm living the dream, playing in my hometown in San Diego. 4 games into the season, I collapse on the team plane flying home from New England. They land the plane, I'm taken to a hospital. I have emergency surgery, they take out part of my colon. 6 days later, I have a second surgery, and I wake up in the same hospital where my dad was a physician, 65 pounds below my playing weight, with 2 ostomy bags on my side. And the doctors who were taking care of me telling my dad, "We're not sure Rolf's gonna survive the night." You see, I was septic. I was massively infected, and I was minutes, hours from dying. The Lord allowed me to live that night. I woke up the next day in intensive care and would spend 5.5 weeks in the intensive care unit. Doctors, great medical care, staying ahead of my infection. 2 more weeks in the hospital after that, and then released to the care of my parents, where I'm looking around going, why did I live? There was nothing that I could see that was worth living for. You see, I love sports of all kinds. I was a tennis player, played hockey, was a ski racer, lived on the beach in San Diego, loved the ocean. I'm thinking I'll never do that again. I have 2 bags on my side. I was making my living as a professional athlete. I'm going, for sure, that's over. And I was 24 and I like girls. And I'm going, that's kind of over too. Lord, why didn't you just take my life? And he didn't. And I survived. And now I had to figure out how to live. It was really hard. I went through some dark times, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of shame, a lot of pain, a lot of uncertainty. What happened was amazing. I started to recover. And the amazing thing is all of those worries that I had never materialized. I got to play all those sports again. I was skied, played hockey, played tennis, body surf all the time. And I returned to the NFL and played 7 more seasons. And I'm now married with 4 kids. It's unbelievable. It's like a bad chapter in an amazing story. Now, if this was a spectrum of sort of mild to bad, mine was as bad as it could be. And as bad as it was, the story is amazing. So you are gonna go on an ostomy journey. It likely will not be nearly as bad as mine was. We're way more advanced in the way we take care of each other. But it's gonna be challenging in multiple ways. I remember at one of the darkest times in the hospital, a young boy, 24 years old, walked into my hospital room. And I remember going, what are you here for? He goes, well, I was told to visit you. And I go, why? He said, well, I have an ostomy. I go, you do not. You're wearing tight jeans. He said, I do. I go, really? And he gave me this kernel of hope that I could actually live kind of a normal life. Well, I want to be that ostomy visitor for you, to give you the hope that we're going to get you through this journey. We've developed an ostomy support program for you and your caregivers that are going to virtually hold your hand through this journey. We're going to inspire you, we're going to educate you, we're going to kick you in the rear sometimes when you need to, but we promise you, you're not going to go through this alone. We're going to get to the other side, and your chapter of your story can also be beautiful. Thank you for allowing us to take that journey with you.